Good afternoon, everybody. Lundlubber here, and today we're going to bring you a War Within vault on 3 different characters. We got our guys lined up here. We got our Warlock, our Warrior, and our Shaman ready to go. Couple Myth tier vaults coming in on some of the other characters, but we'll start with the lowest vault. It's going to be the Warlock. We didn't do too much on the Warlock last week. We only really got Delves, a couple keys. I don't think this guy rated at all. So we're not looking at an insane vault. But I'm still hopeful to get some sort of hero gear that'll kind of help augment what my Warlock already has. So now that we're logged in, we're making sure we're in Destruction Loot Spec, and we'll go ahead and get this bad boy opened up. Alright, so it does look like we've got Swarmcaller Shroud. Crit verse back, not insane, but not horrible. We do have the Harvester's Edict. I do believe that sims decently well for Warlock. Wish it was crit instead of mastery, but it's not horrible. Then looking into everything else, we've got another hero back. Frank, go on. We got another hero back. Again, versatility, mastery this time. Either way, backs are pretty good for the Warlock. We don't really have too much in the way of backs. We just got that champion here. And then we also do have the Unstable Power Suit Core, which is in one of your secondary stats between 10 and 30 seconds before randomly changing to another stat. Seems decent, but not insane choices, honestly. So what we are going to do is we're just going to sim the damage and pick the best one. So I've got my raid bots up here. We're just going to do a single target sim for the Warlock. We'll pick our 2 cloaks and our 2 trinkets, and we'll just send it. We'll see what ends up being the best. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be one of the trinkets, mainly because we still got veteran trinkets, and cloaks are easy to get, so I'm not too worried about a cloak. Although it does say that the cloak is the way to go. Looks like using the Stygian Sea cloak is going to be the best DPS option for us. So we'll just go with that and not even think about it. No questions asked. We take the cloak. We then also have a Miss 6 on the Warlock. So we'll go ahead and put that bad boy on. Gets us up to 604 on the Warlock. We're not doing insane. Just kind of getting some gear, kind of practicing a little bit. Next, we'll log into the Warrior. The Warrior, I know, does have 2 Myth slots in his Mythic Dungeon vault. And then I think I only got 1 heroic boss kill last week in Raid. I tanked Stygian Court on... Or Silken Court, not Stygian Court. I was thinking the cloak I just picked up. Silken Court, I did tank it on my Warrior last week for the guild, so we do have that option. We are in Protection Loot Spec, so we're going to go ahead, generate our loot. See what we get. Alright, we'll start down here with the bottom one. A Veteran Candle. Not worried about taking that candle. That's not even on my radar right now. We do have a Hero Shield. We are planning on using a crafted shield even further, so I'm probably not going to worry about that. It's only a single item level upgrade, and we can recraft the shield to go higher. But then it does look like we have Myth, Haste Mastery Bracers, which, that's decent. We like Haste, not as much the Mastery, we could do without, but our Bracers, Hero already, Crit Haste, good stats for us, with a socket and an enchant, probably not the best choice. This, I do think, however, is the better choice, right? Just a Myth chest, right? Already tiered for us, so we don't have to use a Catalyst slot, and just gives us a bunch more stats. So I do think that a Myth chest is going to be the way to go on the Warrior. Pretty straightforward choice there, I think, just because we've got good stats on the Bracers and the rest are the wrong track, ultimately. Then we did get an Arakara 9 on the Warrior. We'll see how that goes this week. Now, the last vault, the one I'm honestly most excited for, is going to be the Shaman. We did a lot of stuff on the Shaman last week. We healed a lot of heroic bosses. We did a lot of Mythic Plus dungeons. Not as many delves, but I'm not too worried about that, right? The Shaman's just kind of started getting gearing, but he's already caught up to the Warrior pretty much. So hopefully we get something good from the vault here. We're in Resto Loot Specs. We want to make sure that we got that going correctly. And let's see. Look at that. That is a ton of options for us. Okay. We're going to start. Hero Ring, Haste Mastery. Not that great. We prefer crit verse anyways. So crit verse compared to haste mastery. Yes, it's hero slot, but we've already got crit on both of our rings and crit verse on one of them. So these are two of the better rings that we can get as an Arsham. So we're probably not going to take the ring. However, this is a big boy. This Wings of Shattered Sorrow. Right, so this is the rare drop from the 4th boss in the raid. And taking damage greater than your 25% of your health grants you avoidance and increases your healing taken, while also reducing your falling damage. This is one of the best cloaks to pick from raid, I believe, for Arsham. And it's coming maxed out 626 item level, so that's super awesome. And it's crit, big crit for us. We do like that. We want to stack our crit as high as we can on the Arsham. But yeah. And we've also got Hero Tier Chest, which we're already rocking Hero Tier, so that's not really going to be on the radar. We've got a pair of Hero Boots, which are one of the best pairs of Hero Boots that we could ask for. It's actually the exact same ones that we've got, just upgraded a few more times, so taking that would only save us crests, ultimately. I've already got this one 3-star enchanted with Defender's March, so I'm probably not going to worry about those boots there. Then we've got an untiered Hero Chest. Probably not going to take that as well because we're already rocking a Hero Tier Chest at the same item level. But then the myth slot that we have is the Viscous Coagulum. I think that's how you say that. I don't know how this trinket actually performs. So I'm going to go to questionably epic here for my shaman and try to figure out if it's actually worth it. Go into raid. Right? No, this is dungeons. I don't think this trinket is that good. So if we look at this, let's go back to setup. We're going to do vaults. This is coming in at a 623. I'm going to do that. Run a quick little Cimarron. And go to dungeon, or no, upgrades by slot. We want to look at trinkets. So this does end up at 639, only being a 0.16% increase for us when it comes to healing. So I'm not terribly worried about taking this myth trinket. It does suck that it's a myth slot that we're losing right now, especially because that can upgrade to some pretty high item level, give us a good amount of intellect once it's fully upgraded. But it's looking like realistically our cloak option here for the Wings of Shattered Sorrow is probably going to be one of the better options for us. Yes, it's capped at 626, but it's already there, saves us some crests, and we kind of go from there. But yeah, that's what we've got for the vault this week. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you want to see more stuff like this in the future, and we'll get to doing some keys today, and I'll see you guys when I go live later. So thanks again. Have a good one.